Hello, good afternoon, friends. I am Alok Ranjan Panda and I welcome you in Limitless YouTube channel. So, friends, today we will discuss some MCQs about national income. So, let's start the session. Yes, friends, what is national income? Income का मतलब क्या है? So, national income means the total monetary value of goods and services produced by a country during a financial year. जो कुछ भी गुड्स एंड सर्विस प्रोड्यूस होता है एक देश के अंदर उसका मॉनेटरी वैल्यू है नेशनल इनकम. तो हियर ग्रॉस नेशनल इनकम जीएनआई it's the same means as national income. Here GNI is the total income received by the country from its residents and business regardless of whether they are located in country or abroad. वो कंट्री के अंदर है या बाहर है उससे कोई मतलब नहीं है. जो कुछ भी इनकम है वो है नेशनल इनकम. हियर एब्रॉड मीन्स हियर एनएफआईए मीन्स नेट फैक्टर इनकम फ्रॉम एब्रॉड. बाहर से जो कमाई होता है वो होता है एनएफआईए. हियर इज आवर फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, that is national income scores in India are estimated by DAX. The option 1 by the Planning Commission, option 2 by the Finance Commission, option 3 by RBI, option 4 by CSO. And the answer is CSO. CSO means Central Statistical Organization. It was established in the year 1951, headquartered New Delhi, and it's under MOSPI. MOSPI means Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. The first option is your Planning Commission. Planning Commission was established in the year 1950. It formulates 5-year plan before, but now it is Niti Aayog. In 2015, it was renamed as Niti Aayog. It makes policy for government, or otherwise it is known as policy making body. The CEO of Niti Aayog Amitabh Kant, chairperson Narendra Modi, and next is your RBI. RBI was established in the year 1935, headquarter Mumbai, current governor Shaktikant Das. Next, Finance Commission. Finance Commission distribute the tax between center and state. चलिए हमारे नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हिच बेस ईयर इज यूज टू कैलकुलेट पर कैपिटा इनकम. ऑप्शन ए 2004-05, ऑप्शन 2 2011-12, ऑप्शन 3 2001-2, ऑप्शन 4 2014-15. and the answer is 2011-12. Here our present per capita income of India is equal to 1,35,050. Here we how to calculate our per capita income. Per capita income is equal to your total income of area by total population. Total income of area by total population. Here is our third question. Which of the following is not a method of measurement of national income? Your option 1 is your investment method, option 2 is your income method or consumption method, option 3 is your expenditure method, and option 4 is your value added method or product method or input output method. And the answer is इन्वेस्टमेंट मेथड. चलिए देखते हैं इन्वेस्टमेंट मेथड क्या है, एक्सपेंडिचर मेथड क्या है, वैल्यू एडेड मेथड क्या है. These are the three methods. So let's discuss with some briefly. Yes friends, we use these three methods for GDP calculation or national income calculation. The income method is a total income of labor, wages and salaries, profit of private sector business, rental income from ownership of land. This is your income method. And next, expenditure method. The consumption expenditure, investment expenditure, government expenditure, net export. So total expenditure. Next is your output method. Output means value. What value added from each of the following economic sector. It is your agricultural sector, manufacturing sector, service sector. Suppose your income is 10,000, your expenditure is 5,000, then the value added 5,000. That is your income minus expenditure is equal to output. That is your saving or value. What value? That is the 5,000 you add. That is your value added method. Okay, friends. So our next question: who is the chairman of National Income Committee 1949? Option 1 R.K. Shanmukham Chetty, Option 2 C.D. Deshmukh, Option 3 D.R. Gadgil, Option 4 P.C. Mahalanobis. And the answer is P.C. Mahalanobis. Here is our first option, R.K. Shanmukham Chetty. He was the India's first finance minister from 1947 to 1949. And the second option, that is C.D. Deshmukh, was our first Indian governor of RBI. Okay, friends. Question. The next question is your the net value of GDP after deducting depreciation from GDP is your first option is NNP, that is your net national product. Second option is NDP, that is your net domestic product. Third option is your GDP, that is your gross domestic product. Fourth option is your disposable income. So the answer is NDP. NDP means नेट डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्ट. चलिए फ्रेंड्स देखते हैं ये एनएनपी क्या है, एनडीपी क्या है, जीडीपी क्या है और डेप्रिसिएशन क्या है. So here GDP. GDP is equal to total monetary or market value of all the finished goods and services produced within a country's border in a particular year. So the total finished goods and service produced within the country's border. So important thing is within the country's border within a particular year. So in GDP that is your country's border, but in national income the GDP plus from plus abroad income total that is your NFI, net factor income from abroad. So that is the difference, and the GDP is equal to consumer expenditure plus investment plus government expenditure plus net export. Then NDP is your GDP minus depreciation. Depreciation means decline in assets value over time. टाइम के हिसाब से जो वैल्यू घटता है उसको बोलते हैं डेप्रिसिएशन. सो नेक्स्ट जीएनपी. जीएनपी इज इक्वल टू जीडीपी प्लस एनएफआई. जीडीपी प्लस नेट फैक्टर इनकम फ्रॉम अब्रॉड, दैट इज योर जीएनपी. द एनएनपी मीन्स जीएनपी माइनस डेप्रिसिएशन और एनडीपी प्लस एनएफआई. So here is our next question. Which state of India currently has the highest per capita income? The option 1 is Goa, the option 2 Sikkim, option 3 Delhi, option 4 Bihar, and the answer is Goa. So गोवा का पर कैपिटा इनकम है 466,000. The second is your Sikkim, that is 425,000, and third is your Delhi, that is your 354,000, and the lowest is your Bihar, that is 46,000. The next question is which state or UT has highest GDP contribution in India? The option 1 is Maharashtra, Option 2 is Andaman and Nicobar Island, and option 3 is Uttar Pradesh, option 4 is Tamil Nadu. Here the answer is Maharashtra. महाराष्ट्र का 13.88% ये is your first, and second is 8.59%, that is your Tamil Nadu, and the third is UP, that is 8.35%, and the lowest is Andaman and Nicobar Island, that is your below 0.15%. It is the lowest. Andaman Nicobar Island is the lowest. Yes, let's move towards our next question. So the question is, American bank branch in Mumbai, then the profit of that branch will added in option 1 GDP of India, option 2 national income of India, option 3 GDP of America, option 4 both 1 and 2. So here is your mistake, both A and B, that will become your 1 and 2, both 1 and 2. So the answer is option number 4, both 1 and 2. Then yes friends, the profit will be considered as the GDP of India and national income of India. So our next question is, nominal GDP is your option 1 GDP at current price, option 2 GDP at constant price, option 3 real GDP, option 4 both 1 and 2. So the answer is nominal GDP is your GDP at current price. And so let's discuss friends, what is nominal GDP and what is real GDP. Nominal GDP क्या है? It refers to an estimate of the total value of an economic's production and services, or usually considered over a one year period, or it is evaluated at present market price. Yes friends, the nominal GDP is calculated at present market price, or nominal GDP is equal to number of goods produced into present market price. Okay friends, present market price. Let's take an example. For better understanding, let's take an example. In 2021, a company produced 50 pen and 10 book. The rate of per pen is your 10 rupees and rate of per book is your 20 rupees. Then the total value will be your 500 plus 200, that is equal to 700. Suppose till 2020 your overall GDP was 10,000. So now we added 700. So 700 is your what percent of your 10,000? That is your 7%. So the GDP growth rate is your 7%. Okay friends. Then move towards our real GDP. Real GDP is calculated at adjusted inflation deflation price. So it is calculated, it means it is calculated on the basis of your base year. बेस ईयर मीन्स बेस ईयर एक आधार है जिसके हिसाब से हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं इन्फ्लेशन डिफ्लेशन और रियल जीडीपी. योर बेस ईयर इज योर 2011-12. Suppose in 2012 the price of pen and book was your Rs6, price of pen is Rs6 and price of book is your Rs10. But here is your important thing is your number of book and pen produced is same number of quantity. So 50 into 6 plus 10 into 10, that is your 300 plus 100, that is equal to 400. So remember, till we previously discussed in 2020 our GDP was 10,000. So thus in 2021 we added 4%, that is your 400 is what percent of your 10,000? That is your 4%. So here nominal GDP is equal to 7% and the real GDP is equal to 4%. Okay friends. So here is our last question. The question is, how much does the primary sector contribute to India's GDP? How much does the primary sector contribute to India's GDP? The first option is your 27.48%, second is your 17.76%, and third is your 54.77%, and fourth is 14%. And the answer is option number 2, that is your 17.76%. Thus, your primary sector is, here is your agriculture sector, but the contribution is less, here 17.76%. Here the industry sector is secondary sector, that is your, but contribution is 27.48%. Here the service sector is your tertiary sector, but the contribution is huge, that is your 54.77%. So okay friends, so this was my today's session. So we will discuss in the next part in our next class. So if you like the session, please subscribe our channel and share the videos so that more people will connect. So thank you friends, goodbye.